Margulies.
Good morning.
Hi, I would like to read to you the statement. I've turned in a statement to you guys.
We have it.
I'm going to let you read it yourself, and I'm not going to bother you. Make a different statement. First thing I want to say is I think you blew all of us out of the water with the boring system. Nobody expected you to do that. And I personally congratulate you for allowing boring to leave the district. And the second thing I want to get to here is the 2% argument that you bring up here a lot about the 2%. The 2% people that are actually hired here, I mean, they were hired and they were trained and they were recruited. Now, either they were the 2% when they got here, or they turned into the 2% while they were here. And the point I'm trying to make is there could be some structural problems with the organization that are changing personality types for the people that work here, that's making people miserable, and then they're taking it out on the passengers around them. And I think that's important to understand, because for you directors, I think if you really want to understand what we do, you should spend 4 hours during an afternoon rush hour traveling the buses. Okay, travel all the high-density buses just for 4 hours a year, and you'll understand what it's like to do this job. I think it's unknown in the public what we actually do and what we actually put up with. So what I'm trying to say is I think there's a management problem with some of the personnel issues here. I don't think it's just the 2%. I think there's some management problems. And the second thing I want to talk about is the condition of the Trimet fleet on the west side. The buses there are in decrepit condition. Safety issues. And I have, on my testimony here, I attached a picture of one of the buses that we have to deal with. You cannot have safety, Mr. McFarland, if you don't have safe equipment. It's just that simple. All the initiatives you put us through are not going to be of any value if the equipment is not safe. And I think that you need to be very aware that a lot of the equipment we're driving is not safe. And the final thing I want to address is the issue of scheduling and forcing operators to remain in the seat hours on end without being able to get a break. And the policy is, well, if you need a break, you take a break. Well, of course, if you take a break, you're going to get later. And if you're going to get later, you're going to have passengers angrier at you, and you'll absorb the wrath of the passengers. So I think you need to form a safety template for scheduling. There needs to be a template devised so that all schedules maintain a certain degree of safe operating time, running time, and recovery time. Without a template for scheduling, you have no safety. I mean, if you have operators rushing around sitting in the seat for hours on end, they're not going to be safe. It's just that simple. And there's schedules here that are great, and there's other schedules here that are horrible. Why is there such a divergence of thinking here? I'm sure they can figure out a way to make that uniform. Anyway, read my testimony. Thank you.
Thank you. Colleen?
How you doing now?
Colleen?
Oh, hi, Michael.